Today, Master Tier subscribers on D&D Beyond got access to their Forgotten Realms bundles. Now, I use Maps, the official Dungeons & Dragons VTT, and we were promised content with this release. And I want to say right now that I believe that they over-delivered. There are over 120 maps that are Quickplay that are available with this bundle. Now, it's less adventures. You get multiple maps per adventure, but this is an amazing amount of content that would take me years to get through, or at least a year to get through if I was playing it straight. So let's dive into it, see what kind of quality content that we are getting with our Forgotten Realms bundles. Here is the bundle on D&D Beyond. It goes into the animated map that we get as part of this, as well as the different adventures that we get available to us with this release. It does state that there are over 50 adventures that we are going to get quick play maps for, and by my count, that's over 120 maps. So let's look at the quality of some of these, because I do believe it varies quite a bit. Here we have the table of contents for our adventures in Faerun. Each section here is different areas in Faerun. We have chapter 1, which is Running the Realms, which goes over a lot of like the overarching themes available, as well as a ton of just very basic adventures that you can run in Faerun. Each then section has additional adventures that are specific to those regions. But we're not here to talk about the table of contents. We're here to talk about maps. So let's talk about the first one, and that is going to be the Siege of Shalespire Priory. This is one that caught my attention right off the bat because there were multiple maps for the same adventure. This is a Defend the House adventure. This is an adventure for level 2 characters. It goes over the events that are going to happen, and that is the siege begins, everybody gets inside the house, the fact that the party is going to get a little bit of a reprieve, the overnight assault, pre-dawn, and then the conclusion. And in maps, we get a map for each of those phases. So this is the first map that's going to have the initial kind of conflicts, the initial encounters. We then have the labeled one, the siege begins. This is going to be the map for once the siege begins. It shows that the ogre with the battering rams at the main door and that the bugbears are kind of hidden off to the side. After that, we have the overnight assault, where all of the groups are already set up in the fog of war outside of the house, and this is going to be the final assault, where we have all of the different kind of groups all here. Now, at its core, this is the map we are getting, and they add the tokens for each different phase for us so that we don't have to go in and create it. But this is also just a fantastic map to have in general. This is a nice little manor, and this map in itself is very valuable. To me as a DM, this is something that I would use on a regular basis. Now, this is another adventure available in this book and with quick play maps, and that is the Curse on Humble Hill. This is going to be to explore an alchemist lair. It says it right under the title. Nice little quick little synopsis. Now, this has encounters that are outside of the map, so we can use these encounters before getting to the map. Now, this whole map, again, Trash Pit, Ooze Changer, again, a good solid little map with an actual trap, secret door. Absolutely adore the map, but this whole big old map has a gaunt and a psychic gray ooze on it. Not exactly, content deep, in my opinion. The map is fantastic. The adventure is a nice little thing to place in any campaign you have. It doesn't have to be in Faerun. It's a nice little addition to anything, but this is a very large map for 2 tokens. And there are a few of these like this. This is another map that is just 4 swarms of ravens on a road with some gravestones. Again, great map, absolutely fantastic. Super excited to have it in my repertoire on MapsVTT. Again, this is something that I don't have to create, and we all know that encounters on a road, it's like the bread and butter of traveling in D&D. This is an additional map, the Tomb of Damra. Again, this is a much more, what I would say, full map. This has 24 different tokens on this map, which I think is very content dense, and I think it's fantastic. And from what I'm looking at, it's about a 1-to-2 or a 1-to-3 ratio, where you kind of get one dense map or one dense encounter for every 2 or 3 kind of smaller encounters, what I would call, you know, like the incidental encounters, the things, oh, you're traveling, you experience, you know, 4 ravens or something along that nature. But all in all, to have over 50 of these encounters in this book makes it worth every penny to me. I am going to use a ton of these adventures, and the fact that they have a sortable table, so you can look at the adventures by level and then it just links right to them. This is the kind of stuff that I love and I want to see more of from the releases from D&D Beyond. This makes it, as a DM, incredibly easy. If I need a filler adventure for level 5 players, I can look right here. These gives me the locations, but safe house standoff, boom, right there. Rescue a hostage, cool, I can do that. It has the safe house. I can add the quick play map, super quick and easy. Pop over to my map browser, which now needs a search feature because we are getting so many maps. Go to my Forgotten Realms maps. This is in chapter 1. And I'm going to be looking for the safe house. Here it is. We're going to do the player version. We're going to add that. We're going to do the quick play version of that. And I am up and running. Click on safe house, loads up. Fog of War is already there. I already have all of the tokens there. I can throw my player tokens here and I am off to the races. Go back to my book, read through this thing one time. This is not an overcomplicated adventure and I am ready to run it. As a DM on the run, someone who has, doesn't always have the most time for prep, this is invaluable to me. And the way that they laid it out in this book, I think is absolutely stellar. And the amount of content for the cost, to me, absolutely aces. So there you have it. Our new Forgotten Realms books and maps available for D&D Beyond's VTT maps. Now, as a maps user, this is fantastic. I absolutely love how much content we got with this book. Even though some of it is not as content dense, I think that also is a good thing because you don't want every single combat to be a downright slog with 13 different creature tokens on the table. I love the way that they organize this book and a lot of the tools that they have available for DMs to find the content easy, get it loaded into maps, and get running right away. Let me know what you think about these new maps and which one of these maps or adventure is your favorite down in the combat. Now, there's a whole bunch more stuff in this book. Both of these books, we have new subclasses, new backgrounds, new monsters. I'm going to go over another video, but today I wanted to focus on the maps available to us MapsVTT users. I want to thank you for joining me. We'll see you next time.